at Drop of Golden Tarot, and we are opening a new deck today. I have literally had this for like about a week, but air conditioning went out in my house and it's been too hot to like clean off my desk so I could sit here and unbox it. But I got all that figured out last night. The cleaning, not the air conditioning. It's still out. You might be able to hear my portable kind of in the background. I hope it's not too loud. But here we are with Tarot of Her, Mother Nature. We are all her children. And, oh my gosh. And this is by Melissa LaFara, and the artist is Sarah Jane Lambert. So okay, I'm trying to figure out how to, I'm sure this is just sliding somehow. Is there tape somewhere that's keeping it? Is there, oh no, okay. No, it's not sliding. Oh, there we go. Okay, user error. So this is our packaging. I'm trying to think of what originally came in. I think it came bubble wrapped and then in a bag, not a box, which is why it got opened so quickly. But I could be misspeaking that. It's been a week. My brain can't remember. So here's our guidebook. Oh, it's a full color. Oh, look. Okay. All right, I'm loving this. The colors are different than what I use, but I do like that they have it. So I do this to my books. I don't think I've got a book right here, but I do this to my books where I put, well, I'll color the edges for the different arcana so it's easy to find things in the book. I'm trying to think of what color I use. I have like, so I have my journaling, the tarot, and you can see like I tab my edges. So my majors are pink, and then red is my wands, gold is my cups, blue is my swords, and green are my pentacles. So I don't know. It looks like here our majors are going to be black, and then I'm not sure. Blooms are fire, so that's going to be our wands. So they've made them like a pinky red, so that works. And then our, okay, green is air. Our leaves are air. See, now that I think of swords, and I do swords as blue because I think of air as being like sky colored blue. So that's gonna, I'm gonna want the leaves to be pentacles because they're in green all the time. That may throw me off a little bit. Stems, I've got water, blue. I can understand that. I think when I first started in tarot, I kind of made that association, but now when I think of cups, I think of like the color of like a bronze or golden chalice rather than watercolor. And then so they must have earth. Okay, earth pentacles are brown. That's okay. I mean, I can live with it. It's not how I do it, but the only thing I think that's going to really throw me off is this green air. So there's some spreads in here, some information about the author and the artist. At the beginning, introduction, plant wisdom, lunar phases, working the magic. So So this is telling you, because this is a round deck, it may not just be upright or reversed if you do reversals. It could land in a variety of ways. So this is kind of telling you, depending upon how your card lands in the circle, what moon you're under and like how that relates to you. So it's like an extra added layer that you can do. I don't think you have to, but you definitely can if you want to add a little bit more into your readings. So it looks like we've got full color and some I'm trying to think if it's information about the painting or about the card. Divination. I'll have to read it more. So we've renamed the Fool the Innocent. I'm okay with that. And the Magician, the Creatrix. I do like that. So there's still an Emperor, still a Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot. Okay. Well, we'll look through the cards and see what looks different and what doesn't. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Let's get to this deck. So there are some finger holes to grab it, plus a ribbon. This is like hard-packed foam. And it fits rather snugly in there, so that could be a good thing. Let's hope it is. So I'm just going to put this to the side. And then here's our deck. And we are shrink-wrapped again. Okay, here we go. We've got some silver. It's kind of like, it's not that sharp silver. It's kind of nice. And our card, it has got a very distinct stinky smell to it. It's going to have to be out for a while, I think. It looks like there's just a little bit of metallic. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. A little bit of a metallic look to the edges. Can you catch it? Does that catch? I don't see it so much in the, it's not so striking in the majors. All right, let me kind of dial in more here. So we can see things better. It means I need to tighten up my, so I don't get out of frame. Okay, there's kind of my, where I need to stay in frame. And let's just do a flip through and look at the cards. Innocent, and then here's the back. There's like some holographic foiling for what looks like little snowflakes. So we still have the white flower. There's no little doggy, but that's okay. Still the Innocence. Got like a profile here. Okay. So we have the Creatrix. I feel like, oh, there is another card there. I feel like there's another card. They stuck together a little bit, not bad. So we have the Creatrix, we have our infinity symbol, we have some earth, fire, I guess this is our air and our water, so that we have all of the symbols in. Priestess. Okay, here are pillars. And rather than our pillars being white and black, we've got like our moons that are white and black here. She's not holding a scroll, but she is holding a moon for like secret knowledge kind of a thing. The Empress. All right. We have like fertility symbolized. The Emperor, we do have the ram here. Don't have the staff. Not seeing like the water go behind the throne, but I mean, you definitely know what the card is. Just like some of our RWS symbolism is not like shown the way you're used to it being shown. The Hierophant. So our trees are keys. Much more of a nature-based rather than religious-based Hierophant here. I'm definitely okay with that. The Lovers, kind of a blending. The Chariot. Now, this Chariot is standing still, which is not how I view the Chariot card. I mean, the Chariot card is almost always like in motion. So it's standing still is different. We don't have an indication of like two different paths or warring or trying to bring it back into one path. But I mean, Strength, we've got the Woman, we've got the Lion. We've got a duality there, I like that, but the Hermit. Looking inward. I have to say, I'm not sure that I looked super closely at all these images before I backed this. I may have just loved the idea and what the creator like put up without looking super closely. I do like this Fortune card and the idea of it, things turning. Justice, our scale, our swords planted, instead of up, it's okay. The Hanged One, I do actually like this Hanged One a lot. You can see how voluntary it looks there. Voluntary with like help to have that voluntary like change of perspective. Actually, I really like this, because you think about how like maybe you want to change something in your life, but you don't know another way of doing it, so you continue to do it the same way, and then but you're wanting to change it. And here we're kind of seeing somebody who is helping, but not in a way where they're like holding them there, but that they're holding a place for them to be able to change. I like that. I like the idea of like, you want to change, but you don't know how to change. So somebody maybe shows you something and then holds that place that allows you to do the work, to make a new perspective, to be able to look at things a new way. I really like that one. Okay. Death. That's okay. It's not, I don't know. They're not punching out RWS symbolism. So I am gonna have to like look through the guidebooks and see, like in some of these cards. I mean, in some of them I can see it, but like Temperance usually has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, pouring jugs of water back and forth. So this is a little different. So like I will need to read and see like where their symbolism is, like the meaning that they're getting out of the symbolism and how that reflects in how I view the cards. Because I do view them in a very traditional RWS way. I do like this devil. They are chained, but they're resting chained, which I think that that's pretty significant. They're not pulling at bonds. They're like, yeah, they're piecing out. Like, yeah, like, yeah. These are things that I'm yoked to. I know it. I'm okay with it. Okay. The Tower. Okay, we got like an eye, like we have the reflection, like somebody's watching something be destroyed. I don't see like a reaction. Well, the eye is wide, so there looks like maybe they're shocked, but I don't see like a tear or, I don't know. Okay. It seems less personal watching somebody else watch it than it would be if it was like mine and I was seeing it. Okay. The Star. Kind of looks like, so there's two hands, but is this like a pod that's supposed to be underwater? Is this like a center cut of like hands going into water? These like star seeds like flitting out of a bottle. I don't know. We got a jackalope woman here in the moon. We don't have our wolves. We don't have our lobster. I mean, and those things are fine. It'll be, it looks like we've got maybe some Reiki kind of alluding to, they don't have the colors, but they have the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. Well, yeah, I'm only seeing like 6 chakras, so maybe it's not an allusion to Reiki. I'll be interesting to see what that is meaning. The sun, I don't mind the Eye of Ra there, if that's what that is supposed to be. We have the sun, we have the sunflowers. Judgment. Oh, I like this Judgment card. We've got our Phoenix and we see the empty casket. So rather than seeing people rising, like sometimes we see like the skeletons rising, we see like it's already happened. And instead of it being like a skeleton in there, we have the Phoenix rising, the rebirth. I like that. And the World. We have a person, our lion, our eagle, our bull. Looks like a stage. I'm good with that. Oh, okay, this must be our like our happy squirrel card, so our extra card, Infinite Spirit. Let's see what this meaning is. Infinite Spirit. So Trump, ether element, quintessence. Pure consciousness, timelessness, celebrating with grand design, total potential. The Infinite Spirit is a special card of the Tarot of Her, is likened to a plant seed which contains all of the element in one form. Okay. I don't, unless like I connect strongly with a squirrel card, I tend to not read with them. I tend to like leave them out of my deck when I'm shuffling and doing things. So, blooms. So these are our wands, rods, wands, fire. So our ace. starting on a journey. Oh, okay. All right. Whoa. I wasn't even. Firepower, ambition, positive poise. Oh, so we've got keywords. So this is going to be, did the majors have keywords? Oh, they didn't. They just had the name of the cards. Okay. I was like, did I totally miss that all the majors had keywords? Okay, so our minors have keywords. What's going to be important here is if these keywords dial in to however you perceive the card. Now, if you're new to tarot, then the keywords can be very helpful and they can influence how you perceive the cards. But if you're not new to tarot and you already kind of have your own way of thinking, sometimes this will complement it, add to it, and then it works great. But if it is like off of how you see the card, those keywords can throw you off depending upon how much you see them and look at them. Obviously, I flipped through like 3 cards before I even noticed them. So, all right, I'm okay with this. I do like milestones for our 4 of blooms. Stress and strife. Okay. Victory. All right. Yep. Defending positions. Oh, so far so good with these keywords. 8 of blooms, movement. Yep. 9 of blooms, endurance. Oh, I do like that. Okay, what are we going to get for the 10? Carrying the load. Yes, okay. All right. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to have like a page knight, queen, king. So our pages are fledgling, which I actually like. Earth of fire. Now, I don't like that keyword because this is a fire card and there are earth cards. Those are our pentacles. So putting earth of fire in this description, like, I don't like both arcana names on a minor card. Don't like it. We'll see. Are we going to do this? Air, fire, water, fire. And fire, fire. We are. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm going to put these over here for just a minute. I've got to get to the next ones. Are they going to all be the same? Is the fledgling going to be the earth of... Oh, we're going to have different... Oh, no. Okay. Okay, here we have earth of air. So it looks like maybe... What the heck? Ace. Going from 10 and I'm going right to here. Have I taken? I've taken too many with me. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. 6. Okay. So it does look like everything, okay, so it does look like all of our pages are going to be earth. So they're going to be earth of whatever suit we're in. So earth of water, earth of air, stems as well. Okay, earth of fire, and it looks like all of our knights are going to be air. That's okay. Knights are a lot of movement, except for in the water, but anyways. And it looks like our queens are going to be water. I'm okay with that. And then our kings are all going to be fire. Okay, okay, I'm going to withhold judgment on that right now and put this all back together. Okay, and see, here we go. So here's our page of wands, our knight of wands. There's a lot of movement here. I do like our Queen of Wands here with the butterfly, and of course she's got the cat. But and then our Sage of Wands, our King of Wands, fire. I would, if you're going to give the minors keywords, then let's just give them keywords. Although I do have to say, having fire and all of the kings be fire and all the queens be water will help me identify those cards faster, since we're not using our page knight, queen, king titles on these cards. So it will help me know that this is a king because it's a fire. But I think a keyword would have done the job just as well. And sometimes I think that, oh, that's not very nice to say. Maybe I won't say it. Okay. So leaves, and they are green, but these are actually our air. And this is going to throw me off because I was already looking at stems thinking, oh, they look so I just saw this one. I was like, oh, that does look like a sword, but it's not. Those are water. Those are cups. This is our swords. Okay. So our Ace of Leaves, air power. Which might be good. It might give like less of a negative connotation to the sword suit, more of that thought, knowledge, mentality of thinking to the air suit, rather than people just seeing a bunch of swords and thinking that it's the most horrible suit, which I don't think it is. I love the sword suit. I love the suit of airs. So, indecision. I don't know why they put the in quotes. Like, you do need to make a decision. This does represent indecision. Three of Leaves, acceptance. I do like this card. It is, it kind of reminds me of the Goliath, which I think is my favorite Three of Swords, where like something is growing from the broken, busted heart. Four of Leaves, our intermission. I do like the keywords again here. Five of Leaves, struggle. Six of Leaves, passage. Yes, we usually see the boat, but okay. Seven of Leaves. See now, okay, let me go back to here. So I know that this is the Six of Swords because it's a keyword, not because of the symbolism I'm seeing on this card. Like I said, we normally see a boat and it's leaving, and it's like, obviously there is like the person in the back of the boat that's poling, like with a pole, or the boat through the water. And so you're obviously have paid somebody to take you somewhere, passage. But I'm not feeling passage here, so it's a good thing I have the word passage, because otherwise this would not speak to me that way. Strategy. Okay. I mean, I see the strategy and the symbolism, I'm trying to think how I normally view the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I like the keyword. Usually it's like somebody creeping away with like 5 swords and having left 2 behind. So I do like that because a lot of times it's taken as a very negative connotation, like a thief in the night, stealing something. But I've always seen the Seven of Swords of like cutting your losses, getting away when you can, like, yeah, being strategic. So I do like that keyword, and I do like the symbolism here. Okay, captivity, yes, I totally get this. This looks RWS in a way. Yes. Anguish. Okay. Not sure what the wolf is doing right off of it, but like anguish, nightmares. Like I think of the 9 card that way, you know, like nightmares. Yeah. So anguish works. Conclusion. I do like this conclusion card. So usually we see the 10 of Swords. We see somebody with like 10 swords in their back and they're sprawled out and they're like dead. But really any death in tarot is also like, it just means like an end of a cycle, which sets you up for a new beginning. 10s are always the end of a cycle too. So like your death card and your 10s are always like the end of a cycle. Beginning of, so that you can begin anew. And some are depicted with ends with like rainbows, like cups with rainbows over them, and or like pentacles are with like in a garden with plenty of things. And the swords usually have the swords in the person. So like it gives it a really like harsh connotation. But I do like the idea of death of a thought with the 10 of Swords. Now, bear with me. Sometimes I feel like it looks so harsh because it is harder to kill an idea than it is a thing. It's harder to destroy an idea than it is a thing. So, say like you had something that was defective and it wasn't working. So, and it's an object, it's a thing. So you throw it away and you replace it. Pretty easy. But have a relationship that is defective, that you still hope to change. You have this hope and this thought of what it should be, even though it's not, but you have this thought of what you should be. Changing that thought, changing that hope, that mental change is so much harder. And really, it's not until that idea has been stabbed through multiple times and is dead 10 times over before you can finally let it go. So I love the 10 of Swords in the idea of like, to be concluded, it has to not just be like, you don't have to just show me who you are once. Like, hopefully with maturity, that's all you have to do. But like, you really have to like pound in the idea that what you're thinking was wrong and that's not the way it is. So, and going back to this card showing that we see this, like all of these, instead of seeing swords, we're seeing shoots coming out of them. So we're not seeing the death in a way. I mean, the shoots look kind of sharp, so maybe they weren't shoots, maybe they were like leaves that were plunged in. But she in the mirror is seeing the new possibilities, and I do like that card for this. So yes. All right. Fledgling of leaves. So earth of air. So this, oh, earth of air. Oh, okay, so this is our Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, I thought we were starting out a new suit. See, this is going to throw me off, so, okay. This is our page learning, studying, and maybe not really paying attention because they're so absorbed in the book knowledge that they haven't been able to translate that to practical knowledge yet. So they're like at the cusp of like doing something stupid because they think they know what they're doing. I like that. Warrior of Leaves. So this is our Knight of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay. It's not really giving me Knight of Sword vibes. I don't know. I mean, they look fierce, but they don't look like that, that charismatic, can sway a crowd, can make you do things. That entrancing. It's kind of got the mysterious element without like the charismatic element. Water of air. You know, Queen of Swords should be like one of my favorite cards. Queen of Swords is all about access to me. It's all about access to knowledge, making sure that other people have like the information or the ability to get information. It's controlling that resource of knowledge. This does not show that to me. Maybe when I read the description, it will explain it in a way that I'm like, oh, okay, now I see where you're getting that, but it's not there for me. So as much as I loved the 10 of leaves here, their 10 of swords, I'm not getting it for the queen. And then this is our King of Swords, and this is fine. I mean, why do I have a bunch of candles over my air suit? I don't know. Mixed messages here. Oh, Ace of Stems. So this is our water suit. Two of Stems, Union. I do like that. Three of Stems, Camaraderie. Love this. Absolutely love, 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 love. Indifference. Do love this. Ooh. Five of Stems, Loss. I mean, okay, so we have our cups that are pulled over. See, five is always like the middle, like hardship, but then you kind of get over it to like get better. But it's not your conclusion, it's your like middle. But the Five of Cups is like loss and focusing only on the loss without seeing like the benefits of the loss, or without being able to focus on any of the positives that are still there because they're still too upright. Yeah. Six of Stems, Remembrance. So yes. Yep. Oh, look. She's older here. Oh, can you see that? Let me bring that closer. Can you see that? Here, she's an older woman. She's got wrinkles. And then here, she's a much younger woman. It's also been depicted by how long her hair is here and how short it is here. But remembrance, like remembering her youthful younger self. And they're holding hands, and I like that. Because it's like it's not a wish for being back there, but it is a fond, like, maybe even that was like, oh, that was my young self. I didn't know everything I needed to know, but I'm still going to love her for what she did and where she got me, even though it might have been a convoluted path. So I like that. Seven of Stems, Imagination. Yes. yes, there is lots of choices here. Seven of Stems also is like there's so many choices, you're not like able to focus and make a choice. Eight of Stems, departure. Yep, I'm good with that. Nine of Stems, satisfaction. Okay, yeah. I mean, usually we have our cup card with a couple there, and the cups are crossed, and there's the rainbow, and like they're happy and cheering, and like, yeah. So satisfaction, I like that keyword. Again, I'm liking most of the keywords here. Ten of Stems. Oh no, it's our it's our Ten of Stems. That's not that. Not our nine. It's not. See, now the way this was arching, it made me think of that rainbow, so it made me think I was on the 10. I'm still okay with that. 10 overflowing, I'm okay with that. All right, here we go. Our Page of Cups. Holding the cup, I don't see like the fish coming out. I have a bird here instead. Why do I have a buzzard in my page card, in my Page of Cups card? Why do I have a buzzard instead of my cute little fish talking to me? I do not know. I do not know. Yep, my Knight of Cups, just kind of chilling, relaxing, overflowing with the love and feeling it, okay? Our Queen of Cups, she's got plenty of water. I don't see her doing much with it, but she's got plenty of it. And our King of Cups. See, I mixed messages. Why do I have so much fire in my King of Cups? Why? Why? Especially when I think of stems and rods and wands is very similar, but then I make it the cups and the water instead of, because I can understand stems soak up the water to feed. So I do understand that thinking, but like, anyways, I don't know. Okay, roots. Earth power. So this is my pentacles. Maintaining. I always kind of think of it as juggling, but maintaining, like maintaining balance. Okay, I'm okay. I can live with it. Stuck together again. Okay. Three of Roots, effort. Yes. Four of Roots, security. I always think kind of Four of Roots is like, yeah, a little bit security, but a little bit of like hoarding because maybe you're a little insecure too. Like you have it, but you're afraid to lose it. Five of Roots, hardship. Yes. Now, okay, so I can see this as being hardship. She's definitely stuck there. Gonna have a hard time getting out. But when I look at that compared to my balance, they're kind of stuck there too. But it's not, they're here, they're maintaining, but here being stuck is a hardship. So that, okay. Like, but also you think about the Five of Pentacles, and they're like walking past RWS that's like cold outside. They're walking past like a church, and the church is lit up, and you're like, you could go inside. Could you go get help? Like, is this... It's a temporary hardship because there's resources available. So in that way, I see this temporary hardship. She's got water. She's got the ability to get to a candle. She's got some roots she can pull at. So she does have the ability of resources. Six of Roots, give and take. So yeah, it does look like she's like pulling things down to give it to people. So, and they're grabbing it. I like that. 7 of Roots, evaluation. Okay, yeah. Yeah, looking to see like what you're growing, how's it going. 8 of Roots, mastery. Yep, like finally got it down. Know how to do the job. 9 of Roots, accomplishment. Okay. 10 of Roots, sharing the wealth. All right. I don't have much to say to those. Okay, here's our Page of Roots. Gosh, that is really giving me kind of queeny vibes, but we'll see how it compares to the Queen. I'm just going to kind of set it aside. Warrior of Roots. So our Knight. Our Monarch. Okay, so here's our Queen. Let's compare our Queen and our Page together. So, okay, maybe you can get the idea of like just meditating, just starting, and here you can get the idea of like a full growth. Like, she doesn't need to meditate anymore. She knows her shit. So, okay. And then our Sage of Roots. So this is our King of Roots. Again, I got a fiery bird. I'm just struggling with this. Okay. All right, that's that. I'm going to pull back and I'm going to shuffle. Now this could be very tricksy, shuffling this deck. Let's see. I am a riffle shuffler. I don't know. Oh. Okay, you're definitely going to get different moon phases when you push this together if you try to shuffle it this way. This is definitely not going to be a relaxing shuffle. This is not going to be one deck that I'm like, ooh, I just love to shuffle this deck. But I can riffle. Of course, I'm not going to be able to bridge. It's just going to have to slide together. Oh. They do have a little bit of bend in them already. They're not as stiff as they were for that first shuffle. Or maybe I just have my expectations have, I know what they should be now to do this. But if you're a person who likes to keep all your cards upright and in the same direction, because you don't do reversals, you don't want to do the phases of the moon, this is probably going to be a hard deck to do that with. How about like overhand shuffling? Let's see. It looks like I've already bent a card there a little bit, but that actually kind of fits in the palm really nicely. I just spit a little bit, sorry. Okay. But it is clumping together, so that's not going to be it. I'm just getting clumps. It's not going to be a way to really, if I just deal with half the deck, will I get, like, can I do it without the clumping? No. This is going to be a clumpy deck, so I'm going to have to riffle, shuffle, in order to get things shuffled. All right. 3 cards. Who knows what's upright, what's not. And I did not get a very good shuffle on that, but that's okay. So I have our King of Cups and our Queen of Pentacles and our 8 of Swords. Okay, already this is not a deck I would take somewhere and just on the fly read to people, because this is not going to come super intuitively. I'm going to have to sit here and think about, I'm actually finding myself thinking about the pictures and the images that I know and decks that I know well to do an interpretation. So I could either go that way, which will take me longer, it won't be like a quick thing, or I could go to the book and look it up and what their meanings are, which is probably how I will start, just because, like, okay, I can see it in the minors. Your aces are always just like possibility of whatever that, possibilities, new beginnings of whatever that suit is. So possibilities, creativity for wands, possibilities of like new knowledge, new thoughts, new perspectives for swords, possibilities of new financial endeavors or securities for pentacles, like possibilities. So, I mean, those are always going to be easy cards to do. I do like the minors, the 2 through 10s, and their keywords, and they will be enough to go off of. And I don't think I had a ton of problems with the majors, but these quartz are going to be a little bit more difficult. I can just revert back to what I know about quartz. So for me, kings are always strategy. So we're talking about strategy, water, we're talking strategy and emotion. We're talking about having like emotional maturity, what's the word I'm looking for? Emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, and sharing that with others. So having emotional intelligence, sharing that with others. So being in a spot where you can't overreact to other people's emotions. You have to be able to look at the situation and go, why are they reacting that way? How much of it has to do with me? How much of it has to do with them and their experiences? And like taking the upper road there. So, King of Water, King of Cups for me. Monarch or Stems, which is our Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it took me that long to get to Queen of Cups. So, no, it's not cups. Yes, it is cups. Stems, cups. Okay. Why am I struggling? I know I'm struggling. Okay. So, queens are providers of resources. They make sure that you have access to resources. So, we're hearing like you need to like step back, have some emotional intelligence, look at the situation, and now we're talking about resources in that situation. So, as you step back and go, like, how much of this is my reactions? How much of this is like the situation and it not meeting my expectations? How, like, looking at those emotions like more objectively. Now it's, do I have the resources to do this? So do I need to talk to a trusted friend? Do I need to talk to a counselor? Do I need to journal? Do I need to use some meditation? Do I need to ground? What resources do I have that will help me on this path cultivate this emotional intelligence, this emotional maturity that I need in this situation? because if I don't, I'm going to be captive to my thoughts. I'm going to let my thoughts, I'm going to let my emotion feed thoughts that may be incorrect, that may not be what the situation was, but I will get caught up in those thoughts and I will start to create that situation based upon how it made me feel. I will create it with my thoughts. So that would be my reading here. It's more of like a, like use your resources so that you don't let those feelings become thoughts that make you think that you know something that maybe is not accurate. So that would be my reading here. It took me a minute to get there. I did have to think about other things. I couldn't just look at these two images and get there. But I do have to say court cards are that way a lot for me anyways. I have to think about what the court cards mean for me. So this may not be a good predictor of how easy or hard this deck will be to read with intuitively. The only cards that I've ever felt in court cards that were super intuitive for me were the Prisma visions. Everything else I have to make myself remember how I see court cards, because I don't see them as people. I see them as, yeah, other things. So, all right. So this has been the Tarot of Her. And this has been Ray at Drop of Golden Tarot. And yeah, I'll work with the deck and see how I like it. And this was a Kickstarter deck. The Kickstarter was one of the smoothest, fastest Kickstarters I've participated in. It was one of the more organized ones. Now, a lack of organization has not always thrown me off on, because a lot of tarot creators are creatives, not always, business is not always their first passion, love kind of a thing. It's the creative process. So they're not always super organized, and sometimes there's delays that they weren't expecting, and that's okay. I don't care. But this one was super organized, and this one was like quick from like, I feel like it was quick. I can't even remember the timeline, but I feel like it was quick from, I know there's other decks that I backed before this that I'm still waiting for. So, so yeah, it was like, and the person like communicated well, let us know what was going on. So really happy with this Kickstarter campaign. We'll work with this deck for a while and kind of see if I grow to love it or if I just can't get over the color system for the suits and the names of them. We'll see. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. Yeah, I hope that you have a great day. Stay safe. Find something happy to do. Till next time. Bye-bye.